Hello everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Tomb of Annihilation here on Double the Dice. Last time, we got on a ship and headed home to Port Nyanzaru. The Spellkites said goodbye to Chad and his friends and met Captain Ortime Swift and Dark and his first mate Grig Ruddle. When we left off, the seas roiled and churned as an enormous dragon turtle rose from the depths and intercepted their ship. But first, let's introduce our players. Starting on this side.
I am Bob the Crow, playing John J. Seal. There's a turtle in the way. He wants us all to pay. Would you please get out the way? And how does a turtle speak anyway? That was a long one.
Always one-upping everybody right at the start. How dare you? I'm Jay.
Yeah, I gotta stop giving you the first beat. You get third beat, and that's it.
Yeah. I'm Jay. I play Mordai Lowe, Tiefling Bardlock, who probably shouldn't be thinking about making turtle soup.
I'm Treviathan. I'm aiming for consistency in my introduction, and I play Ian Ben, our surly bugbear ranger who talks little like this.
I'm Gala Drummond, and I'm playing our half-orc druid, Lilac Lag, and I'm just absolutely fascinated by the whole situation.
So, this immense creature begins swimming around the ship. Captain Ortime begins a collection of gold to put in a small burlap satchel. He gathers some gold, then raises it high, looking at the dragon turtle, and the creature's voice booms at the ship. Does anyone speak Draconic?
Negative.
No.
I think so.
Why would
So,
there be dragons
you hear-
in this game?
Right.
Sorry.
Right? So he bellows out something in what sounds like Draconic. Does anybody speak any other languages other than Common?
I mean, I speak druidic.
Okay.
Abyssal.
Elvish.
Okay.
Elvish.
Common, Chelton, Goblin, Undercommon.
Okay. So he speaks again in another language that no one recognizes. And it sounds like, it sounds vaguely like more splashing, the way that he says it. Or I'll give it to our druid. You can identify that the language is Aquan.
Oh, okay. All right, interesting. So I will share this information with the group.
Captain Ortime says, it's not enough, it's not enough. He said more. And he goes over to you guys. Do you have anything to add?
How much is he looking for?
Best, it depends on his mood and how rich we all look.
Can I
Ian Ben looks at his rags.
do an insight check on this person?
Go ahead and roll insight. I will roll and tell you a number. Or I'll just tell you
Dun, dun, dun.
I'll just tell you whether or not he's lying. If you what would you like to glean from this? What are you looking for?
Okay, well, that was an average roll. But I'm just trying to glean some of his motivations, whether this is a hustle or not.
You're under the impression that this happens more or less every time he comes in, unless it's really busy, then not every ship gets stopped. But this is the equivalent of, like, the harbor port equivalent of being terrorized by a bridge troll. You're being charged a toll to go into or out of Port Nyanzaru. You could ask Ortime some questions about it if you'd like.
Well, I would maybe like to ask the group what else we know about these turtle dragon things.
Dragon turtles?
Dragon turtles? Yes, indeed.
What is our scholarly friend? Read any books about this?
I don't think these would be probably very common. to read about.
I mean, you
I
could
don't
make
know
a
much
roll.
Yeah. Okay. That'd be a history or
Could our
Nature?
local Chulton
Nature?
assist?
Genben could make a history. I would let our wizard make an Arcana check.
Oh, okay, all right.
Can we switch them?
Really? Are you good at Arcana or history?
I'm gonna history.
Okay, go history.
I guess they're the same. Never mind.
No. I am not good at history.
You wouldn't know anything particular about dragon turtles, but you would
16.
know. You might have heard of Arameg, maybe, but I don't know. With a 16, dragon turtles, part dragon, big ass turtle. They have a steam breath attack, and they like to hoard wealth, much like dragons in D&D are wont to do. Ortime looks worried and says, "Are you going to offer anything or what? What are you waiting for?"
We're digging it out.
5 gold.
5 gold? No, he's gonna sink the ship. We need like 25, 50 something.
Well, I got another. I got 10. I like
Okay.
empty
So
out. It's like
15.
this is
As a group, would we be willing to put 25 together? I mean, I would be willing
We
to.
can start there.
yeah, because we're at 15 now.
Okay, so
Well, I
make
can
sure
put
he
in
can see
some.
it. Make sure he can see it. Hold it high. Put it in the bag.
Pink.
Yep. It showed
So
like I'm
we're-
dumping like all like the gold. Like this is everything.
Okay, so 15 gold. You said.
Yes, so far between Yenben and I.
Can I
Oh,
can
that's
I do something as well?
What would you like to do?
Can I use Druidcraft and make the inside of the bag look glowy? So that
Sure.
the gold
Yes, you
looks
can.
extra shiny and dragon
Yes, you can.
appetizing.
Sparkle gold.
Yeah.
Okay, so you do all that, and from the depths you just hear the same bellowing, washing call for more. As he swims around the ship, you find yourselves having to like turn around to keep track of him, but then eventually Arameg creates an eddy and the ship spins with him. And you no longer have to turn your head. So he is just staying on the broad side as he swims in circles around.
I will make a point of dumping out my coin purse into the bag so that it looks like my last 2 gold roll in there.
But you're actually putting the last 2 gold in?
I'm putting 2 gold in, but not the last 2.
Okay.
I have
So
5 more.
Ortime says it doesn't have to be gold. You could throw in any jewelry, gems, anything that he might
Lila, you
be
got any
interested.
cash on you?
anything valuable.
I could give over an ink pen.
Does John have no money whatsoever?
John has money. John just doesn't want to give us money away.
I don't think this is about giving money away, John. This is about surviving the fucking trip.
Okay. Well, here I'll give over. A tear rolls down my face as I throw 5 gold in the bag.
5 gold.
Yep.
He sees your Ermig sees your donation of 5 gold and slaps the side of the ship.
Yikes!
The entire ship rocks as he smacks it.
Hey, Lila, do you have like a
More!
shiny? You have that shiny ring from the needles? The ring in there? Where's that? Were you holding that? Yenben, did you pick that up? Who had that?
The malachite ring?
I thought we had more than one ring.
3.
So you guys have the malachite ring from the Frost Shrine. You've got the token related to the
that's
Triceratops, the Atipka Society. You have a number. You have over 1,000 gold worth of gemstones. You have the 2 500 gold diamonds, and I think there's other assorted gemstones from the Needle's Bones as well.
Well, why don't we start with the big ass Electrum ring from the Malachite ring from the. We'll
giant?
go for size. We'll go for impressiveness. The giant's ring.
Well, and if
Right?
the
No,
giants-
didn't we say it was worth more than?
It was
Was
150.
the 50 gold? It was 150 gold.
That's what I've written down.
Because it's a giant ring, not a
It's a
50
giant's
gold ring
ring,
like
yeah.
it's supposed to be.
Yep.
So,
Like, does this fit in the bag? Or do I just, like, give it to you, throw it over? It's like, what do I hold it above my head? Like I go turn to the captain.
you
like,
hold that giant ring above your head, and you see his eyes go wide. The one milky white eye, and both just go wide, and says, and you hear something you assume is to the affirmative.
All right. Give him the entire spoils of our fucking journey.
Haul it over! And so, Orchime throws his bag over the edge into the water towards him.
I'm okay. That's happened.
And then you throw the ring. And immediately the dragon turtle dives underwater after it. The water slowly starts to calm. You see him descend deeper and deeper and deeper under the waves in pursuit of his haul.
Well, that was exciting.
And the reef sharks circling the ship dissipate. And Ortome and Grig get back to heading towards Port 9 Zaru.
That was fucking expensive. Damn.
Thanks.
Yeah. If I had known you guys had something like that, I would have told you to lead with it. Now you're out all the gold and that.
Well, I had, fortunately, realized there was a tax to get into the bay.
I didn't realize fucking dragon turtle would be so greedy about it.
Didn't your patron tell you? They should have.
No.
Not that I'm aware of.
Well, I'd have some words with her. Because
Well,
we were clear with her that she or you guys needed to contribute to the toll.
Seems like we did.
Maybe
you
that
did.
should come out of
We
her
appreciate
pocket then.
Calm down there, purse strings.
We could see if she could e-transfer us.
Electrum transfer?
Oh, Eagle
Electric
transfer. Eagle
Eagle
transfer.
transfer.
Come
Fair enough.
Hmm.
Look, if
Before
you got
we-
us out of fighting that thing, I think we're okay with it.
Yeah. Before we get to closer to the port, I want to go over to Lila, and I want to ask her, hey, Lila, before we get to the port, do you mind talking to? I know you got your animal magic stuff. Mind talking to Banana Candy? See, if they want to continue with us, or if they wanted to head back to the racetrack.
Yeah, sure. I can speak with Banana Candy. I can cast Speak with Animals on myself.
Mhm.
And approach Banana Candy, and I'm going to pet his little nose, ask him how he's feeling about things.
I almost fell over.
Yeah, that was a little scary, huh, buddy?
Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like big wood floor.
Okay, well, we're going to be back to land soon. So big wood floor go away soon.
Scary jungle land?
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about, because we were going to Port 9 Zaru. Well,
Mhm.
the town. And we wondered if you wanted to keep coming with us, or if you wanted to go back to the racetrack, or if where you were before, or if you wanted to go somewhere else.
I like running.
You like running?
Scary jungle, no good.
Okay.
I don't really the big blue men were bad, and the dinosaurs in the jungle were mean to me, and the plants wanted to eat us
instead of us eating the plants.
There's a natural order to things, and that's not it.
Oh, it was definitely scary at times. I understand. Did you?
But I'm going home now?
If you want to go home.
I miss my owner. I wonder if he's okay.
Well, do you know where he normally is?
Probably the racetrack.
I mean, we can take you back there, but we can't stay around if we do that.
What do you mean?
Well, like, we have to go places because bad stuff is happening.
Yeah, so we stay away from the bad happening. That's how we survive.
No, it's okay. Let me talk to the other people, and I'll tell them what you said, and we will figure something out. Okay.
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 All right. So I will convey what Banana Candy has said to me, basically, that he has not enjoyed the jungle.
Fair. Neither have I.
He likes running. He says he likes running. He misses his owner. Tell me he misses his owner. You know, if I know there was, I don't know if you guys have been thinking about it, but you know, like, since I think we've all gotten more skilled as adventurers in the past while, and like, I think we might be able to move faster. I think you mentioned that, Mordai, at one point, that we might be able to move faster if we weren't carrying as much stuff, and or feeding Banana Candy.
Yeah, it eats a lot. Look at the size of him.
Well, I mean, he's a dinosaur. Requires a lot of rations.
Yeah, I mean, if we can get these bags of coal from these winter wolves, I think that would improve our chances of survival just about as much or more as having a couple of dinosaurs kicking around.
As long as I don't have to carry the bag, I'm fine with it.
All right.
You know, the bag weighs very little. You know, the whole point is that you put stuff in the bag and you don't have to deal with the weight of the bag.
Yes, but that still means I have to carry something.
You know, John, I don't mind the bag. I will look after it if no one else desires
I think
to.
you guys are just, like, you're enabling him at this point. It's
okay.
Yes,
he can throw fireballs.
Enable me. Thank you.
That's okay. We'll just take advantage of his condition as well.
He's willing to admit he's weak and frail and not ready for this jungle, so, you know.
It's true. I'm not cut out for it. You all know me so well.
Well, I have some questions about your choices then, my friend.
Just remember, John, you don't get to take advantage of it just because we're doing it.
Oh, of course. Of course not. Here, have a gold. I'll just ping a gold to you.
I am 14% richer now.
That's some fast math.
It's not correct, but it's some. But it's fast. Right, so I guess then, Varul and Gondolo, are you joining us for the next leg of this journey, or are you done with this jungle?
Well, I think it might depend on the on how good of a haul we have after our share of the loot.
Well, that may take some negotiating, but we can see.
I mean, I'm sure we're not going to count that, anything that got thrown overboard,
Nope.
right?
No.
We can deduct that as an expense. But then after that, whatever we still have, or whatever we gained on this journey, we need to divvy up.
Yeah.
If it's good enough, maybe I can pay for passage back to, over to Baldur's Gate or Waterdeep or something like that.
And how much would that passage cost you? Ballpark.
I'd have to speak with the harbor master to find out, but I would think it would be a fair amount. Definitely over 100 gold.
Yeah, we got you there.
So, but that's just me, Gondolo. I honestly I like it here in Chult. It's warm and my bones don't hurt. It's and I mean the people are great. The ones in the city are great, rather. But I don't know about you, Gondola, but I don't fancy getting my leg broken again. This whole guiding thing hasn't been working out.
Fair enough.
Is everything okay?
I'm just gonna mute myself. There's something going on in the kitchen.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we want to take 5 and check on catastrophes?
It's a ship. It's called a galley, apparently.
Here we go.
Yes. Maybe the galley is still righting itself after the dragon turtle swishing.
Yeah, that'd do it. That
would definitely do it.
For sure. But if I'm, whatever case, I don't think I can pay for Zongo to come with me.
I see.
Oh,
So we'd either have to sell. I don't know if I could give him up, frankly.
Then it sounds like you need more money.
I suppose. I suppose so.
Well,
Yes, that would be one way of looking at it.
Let's see how much this.
If we're going to continue these services, I don't want to stick my neck out for anything. I need to stay away from all of these things. If you guys want to fight things, I can't be expected to assist. It's just not. I'm not getting my leg broken again.
In our defense, we didn't pick many fights. We just didn't back down when someone picked one with us.
Yeah, sometimes it's more energy running away.
That fight where you got hurt was happening whether we fought back or not.
And because of nothing that we did. That was Artis's death.
If I'm not living in constant fear and can run away, you can all take care of yourselves just fine. Much better than I can. But if I don't have to concentrate on, fighting for survival, then then Gondolo and I might be able to do a better job navigating. And mechanically what this means is Garul, Gondolo, and Zongo are not going to participate in fights anymore. And having them navigate will auto-succeed navigation.
Okay.
So no more getting lost in the jungle. Right? No more
needing advantage to do other stuff.
Rolling an advantage, right. Frul and Gondolo, if you want to go somewhere and you hire a guide, they're going to take you there.
Okay.
Can they still? They can still be attacked in combat, or are they just completely stricken from combat?
They're just not going to be on the map.
Just off the map.
Very
Just off the
nice.
We
So,
just yell at them to hide.
That is if we continue to, if we rehire them.
Yes.
Yes.
Now,
No.
that being
And if they
said,
agree.
you guys can afford to hire them at their guide rate instead of an extra, which is, oh shoot. Where did that go?
Back from way at the beginning.
Yeah. So,
Well,
hiring is...
I thought
So
that
I'll
was
look
like
that up. I think, I don't know what it is, but it's a lot less than you're paying them now.
It's
Fair.
Yeah, but
I
even if
thought it was like 50. Honestly, we just did not have 50.
I think it's like
about
10.
right.
I think it's like, I don't know. I want to say
well, we
it's
can look it
like
up.
X amount of gold per day.
Either way, Triceratops will slow us down
Yes.
with foodstuffs. So, and also
Price is
mechanically,
5 gold pieces per day.
and
30-day payments
5
up
gold
front.
per day.
5 gold
So,
per day, 30 days up front. So 150 off the top.
yeah. So, no, they've done their job. We've done our job. We now start zooming.
So
I think
yeah,
we feel a
now
lot
if
more
you don't want
confident.
to have a guide, if you don't want to have to pay for that service, you can continue to navigate on your own.
We'll
Or
see.
you can hire a guide and auto succeed on those navigation checks.
I
Or you
will
could
say,
hire a different guide.
we'll be going past my home. Not sure how much of a guide I'm going to need going nearby there.
We will discuss that when we get back to Syndra. We'll discuss our next steps.
That's fair.
It's Doc.
She may have news and
figure stuff
updates
out.
for us.
Yeah, that would also be good. Most of us got to meet her.
Indeed.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah.
I need to show you Syndra.
Because has John met Syndra?
No?
Was John
Yeah.
met-
Yes.
He was a
Because
different adventuring
John
party.
was in a different group that was sent by
Oh.
Cinder as well.
That's true.
Oh, okay. That's true.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would have met her, but it would have been one of those, like, you know, you're standing in the background, she talks to your leader, and then you get sent on.
Yeah.
Right. And then, well, Lila, you and I ain't met her.
Yeah, I haven't met her yet, so
So, guess we're going to have to get that done first.
Indeed.
Are we in sight of Port Nyanzara now?
So you are in the Bay of Chult. As you approach Port Nyanzaru proper, I'm just going to read. So you enter into the harbor ward over here. There's this great big chain that goes across the opening to the harbor, and it is raised or lowered to try to stop ships for various reasons, usually for checks and things like that. But it is determined that your ship is fine, so then they lower the chain and you guys come on in. You approach a statue. Just want to find the thing here. The statue at the center of the harbor represents an ancient Chultan king in full regalia, resplendent in a loincloth of leopard skin and a headdress of feathers, shells, and tyrannosaurus teeth, draped in a cape of Garanlan fur and monkey tails, and wielding the traditional oval shield and ilqua of Chult. Otome looks to you guys and says, have you ever seen Nanabuso the Great King before? It's quite a sight, don't you think?
Sure is.
Ancient king from hundreds of years ago. They built the statue 5 years ago.
Oh,
oh really?
Just a power move by the merchant kings. Or the merchant princes. just wanted to, give a touristy vibe or something. Like there's a thing.
And he looked like that?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I wasn't there.
Fair enough.
Do people tell stories about him here anyway?
Oh, I'm sure there's stories. I don't know them.
Would Yenben and Lila know them?
Yeah, should we do a history check?
Go for it. Roll history.
Why am I so
should
bad
find-
at history, but so interested in history? What? This is so weird going from playing a... Nope. Going from playing a wizard in one of my other campaigns. Like,
So that
intelligence-based
9 was the
characters?
history check for this?
For me.
Okay.
And one for moi, a 13.
I'd say with a 13, you would know that all of the different trophies that he wears on his person were tests. Each one represents a different test and challenge that he underwent. The specifics of each story, I'm not totally sure if you would know that from there. Because I don't feel like making that up.
It sounds a bit like Hercules and his labors.
A little bit, yeah.
What's his face in his labors?
Yeah. What's his face?
Yeah, all right. Eat.
So, the ship lands and all is well. They go to port and start unloading things. Ferula and Gondolo say, I'll tell you what. I will go and stay at the Thundering Lizard and sort of rest up for a little bit. When you decide to leave, come find me. And if I find another job before you're ready to go, then I won't be there, and etc., etc.
Fair
I
enough.
hope we can part ways friends. Put her there. Anyone? Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Pleasure.
Wait until Mordai's done shaking his hand and then also shake the guy's hand, but it's like those big bugbear mitts.
Yeah.
I'll,
Just engulf his hand.
I'll shake his hand next, and just when you grab my hand, it just pops off, and it was me holding my other hand.
No.
It's the first time I've gotten anyone with that joke.
I did not need that.
I will give a further handshake, but lean in a very strong handshake and mild orky intimidation.
What? Why are you? All right.
You're supposed
So
to
long.
bonk your forehead.
Unk.
No, oh god.
I'm not going to bonk foreheads with her. She'd win. I don't want to get carried home. He says, and then jumps onto Zongo's back. Gondola says, it really was great working with all of you. Seriously, if you want a guide, come get us.
Same to
be here.
you, friend.
Take care.
You ever need reinforcements, you know who to call.
Well, if we're ever in trouble, we'll drop you a line.
Yeah, sounds good. Shakes his hand too and prepares
And
to wander off into a port full of people.
just a moment. You notice he tries to pass you a piece of paper without you noticing. He tries to stick it in your bag or something.
Gondolo does,
Gondolo does.
but I pick it up.
Of course you do. Your passive perception's a billion.
And also, if yours isn't a billion, mine is a billion minus one. So
Exactly. He tried to sleight of hand it and rolled a 4.
Yeah, okay.
So as you are disembarking and getting organized and everything, you see the harbor master shouting out orders to everybody. He is he's a very draconic looking individual with golden scales. And he has a rather imposing stature to him, and he.
Dragonborn?
Would you like to make a nature check, or are you asking him?
Just
Is
walk
that
out.
an option? Sure, I can make a nature check. That's cool.
Sure.
Eh.
He could be a dragonborn.
Okay.
But yeah, he's got these two big gold horns and like gold whiskers and some like kind of almost like fin sort of things sticking out from the sides. And you see him whenever he has to reach up to grab something that's just too far, you see him cast a little spell to bring it down to him. And whenever he isn't doing that, he is poring over ledgers or shouting at other people. But he notices the group of you. He says, "Oi, adventurers! Come! You look way too heavily armed. Come here."
There's best to know people like that. Let's just keep going this way.
Mm-hmm.
John
One
walks
of us
over
want
to
to
him.
cast silence.
Oh, hang
Sorry,
on.
friend, I can't hear you.
No, you're choking.
Our DM's choking. That voice was too much for his throat. This pause brought to you by us. We're just killing our DM, apparently. Sorry.
So Zindar gets John's attention and beckons him over, and he says, "Hey, you look like a, well, doesn't one of the bigger adventurers want to come over?" That
I slide up. Hello.
Bob the Krill, you were muted just now.
Am I good now? There we
Yeah.
are. Hello,
There.
sir. How's it going? These docs look mighty busy.
Yes, they are. I don't have a lot of time. Are you an adventurer or not?
Yeah, of course. I'm an adventurer. I adventure
And
all over
you-
the place.
Tiefling man, are you an adventurer or not?
I don't
He's my
think so.
sidekick.
Okay, great. So, here's the deal. I've been cleared with the Merchant Princess to offer a bounty of 2,000 gold for you to capture a pirate ship.
Yeah, we'll take 2,000 gold.
After you return the pirate ship if you bring the pirate ship in, I'll give you, there's 3 ships we're looking for. Each one is worth 2,000 gold. Plus an extra 500 gold if you capture the pirate captain alive.
Are these ships
Ooh.
spread out?
How are they equipped?
I don't know where they are. You gotta hunt them down.
Do you know much
can
about
I-
the pirates that are on
The names of the ships, at least.
I do have the names. They are called the Dragon Fang, the Emerald Eye, and the Sturge. And I don't know what the captain's names are.
These are good
And
names.
Treviathan, I will just copy and paste this entire quest for you, so you don't have to write.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Okay.
I did write down the names, but
Thanks for the heads up.
Whereabouts are these ships?
Well, I keep losing ships over on the western coast of Chult.
Ah,
They
Okay.
raid, they pillage, they take the cargo, and then they let them loose, and we have no idea where they're coming from.
How
I see.
rude.
What cargo are they stealing?
Anything that's valuable?
yeah, I think Yenben will slowly sidle up at this point. And do you need to keep the ship?
Yes, that is the goal.
Now just proof that there are no more pirates on it.
Well, probably refurbish and sell it, or strip it for parts, or whatever might be best, depending on the ship, depending on what classes of ship they are and everything. But you get 2,000 gold for bringing it in.
All right.
Gentlemen, gentlemen, I have some thoughts on this matter, but we can ask him some more questions before we discuss among ourselves. Yes.
I think all the
The
information I
it's an
need.
open bounty. Whoever Whoever
Yeah.
does it is going to get paid for it. So
Perfect.
thank
We'll do
you.
it.
You've heard me out. Go do what you will, but I hope you
Alright.
guys are willing to take care of this for me.
I think we have
Give
other
me
things.
no end of it. Give me ample peace of mind. And then he goes back to work.
Okay.
He flips
Well,
through
here's
a
the
bunch
thing,
of ledgers.
though, guys. Like, if we find a pirate ship, we can use a pirate ship to sail wherever we need to sail, and then bring it back when we're done.
I
Mhm.
agree, except there's one. Like, that's a good idea for something we can do,
If it's
but
so
unfortunately, Yenbin, Lila, John, did any of you know how to boat?
That was my first time on the ocean.
Me too. So I understand that this is a good thing, good information to have, but we don't. It's not something we can use right now, unless there's magic
here's-
for it.
Here's the thing: if you guys want, the easiest way to attract a pirate, is on a ship with a crew. So if you take your sloop to not your sloop, but if you go with Ortame,
Right.
and the pirates try to capture your ship,
Mm-hmm.
And we reverse capture.
we split
you-
the crew.
then you can take it back.
I presume we are walking to Syndra's as we are having this conversation.
Sure, you
Yeah.
can say that.
Well, I mean, now downside to finding any pirates is, one, if they ain't alone, you're fucked. Two, a lot harder to find them on ground where we're all really good at things.
Yes, I think that's like a C or a D tier thing, like an opportunity. Like if it falls in
But
our
it's
lap,
2,000 gold.
It is
we're
a lot of gold.
busy. We have things to do.
No, 2,000 gold isn't
How
going to
much
matter
easier
if
would the-
everyone's dead.
How much easier would the stuff you guys want to do be with an extra 6,000 or more gold in your coffers?
But
Very
how much
much
time is that
so.
going to take away from us getting to where we need to go? And we certainly can't take the boat in the tomb.
I feel like this is. If we can find a way for this to be opportunistic, we run with it. If we can't, and I have to stick to the plan. What I will say, one of the quickest ways around, looking at the overall layout of everything going up that way, one of the quickest ways to Orlunga would be on a fast ship round the coast and above the Mistcliff Mountains
You could get there in a day.
out to Jahaka Bay, I think it's called.
Hmm.
Could just see if we could
Put in
rent a
there,
boat.
and then it's only a 10 days journey rather than a 20.
Can we just not rent a boat from here?
That's what
Also,
I mean.
would Syndra not be willing to have us put us on a boat if things are? Why don't we see what she says? You know.
If we can cut down on the time and catch pirates, I would have a hard time arguing otherwise.
Well, and cut down on the time whether pirates are pirates. You know. I don't. That's
But yeah, Jahaka Bay is pretty close to Orlunga, or or you can climb the Mistcliff Mountains. The shortest route would probably be to climb the Mistcliff Mountains, but you'd have to climb the mountains at a slow pace.
Or we could follow the River Ocean Star.
Right, but who knows how close that gets you to Orlunga?
But I guess it's the
And
it's just
canoes only, so you can't take the sloop downriver
No.
or upriver.
Yes.
That would be canoes, but canoes travel twice as fast.
okay. So that's maybe something to consider. Maybe we should pick up some canoes while we're in town.
And then we can go up through Camp Ratchus.
One canoe can hold 7 people.
Damn.
One canoe could take us down river.
Yep.
Should something happen to it, it's not too much of an investment.
Also, I should say, at a normal pace, a canoe goes twice as fast.
Upriver or
So if
downriver?
The rivers flow slowly enough; it doesn't matter.
Okay, cool.
How much
But
does a
if you
want to
go at a fast pace, you don't have to worry about the 50-50 chance of going faster. Then it's just you move 3 tiles.
All right, well.
How much does a canoe cost?
50 gold.
50 gold.
50 GP.
Well, that might be faster than a dinosaur.
It's faster than a dinosaur, but it's still not as fast as the one day you get to.
On a sloop.
Yeah.
Well,
how much is a sloop?
We'll have to ask Syndra. We're almost there anyway.
Yeah.
That'll all depend on what
I
we
think
got
the
going on.
most expensive part, ship passage costs 10 gold a day.
Oh shit. Okay. And
So
that's
one
for
day?
doing one.
But Arameg.
Yes.
Arameg is going to be the most expensive part of that deal.
But it's faster.
But it's so much faster.
It would be a lot faster, but a lot more expensive.
It's probably 3 times the price. Like that cost us 150 gold pieces, more or less.
And if we get pirates on the way there, then we don't have to worry about it.
Well, that's assuming that we can take the pirates, nothing bad happens. We get the boat, nothing bad happens. The boat doesn't sink or, the captain mutiny or...
Are pirates more dangerous than 6 frost giants?
Well, there might be a lot more of them.
That depends on the pirates. You remember when we were coming out of Kitcher's Inlet, we saw the false bid? That is a ship piloted by frost giants.
Yeah, the Hibble
I don't know about you, but I don't want to fight them on open water. That was Georgia. Anyways.
We're on the other side of the island, though. It'll be fine. You've been there for a while.
We weren't expecting to see them in the first place, and then they keep popping up, so...
Yeah, that is 3 more encounters that I have had with frost giants than in my 20-odd years living on this fucking peninsula.
It just happens to seem like they're everywhere.
A little bit. And it's freaking me out.
You notice some people nearby overhear you and just say, like, frost giants in Chult? These guys are getting into the tedge.
Yeah, the frost giants are really close by as well, so you better run and hide.
One of them was a giant zombie.
See, now this is how rumors get started.
Well, maybe people should be afraid of giant zombies.
This is how
I heard there was a giant frost dragon zombie in the...
And then the Emerald Enclave rallies to the Chultan Peninsula.
Again. They redouble their efforts.
Just the telegraph's going. Oh, sorry, that was the steampunk world. Never mind.
How we think we at Syndra's yet? Because I assume I know the way. I probably get lost once or twice. Like, wait, nope, not this turn. This
you would be the only one.
So,
oh,
you're muted.
I didn't hear yet. You're
still out.
there we go.
Still,
Can you hear me now?
Yep,
Yes.
there you are. Yep.
Okay. So I just gotta fix something later. So back to Port Nyanzar. Syndra Sylvain is staying with Wakongo Otamu.
Right.
So she is in a merchant prince's villa. And it is a merchant prince's villa that you have not been to before.
Right. Sorry, which merchant prince was it?
Wakongo Otamu.
Thank you.
But it seems like common knowledge. You could easily just ask for directions and people would be able to say, oh yeah, Wakongo Otamu, he lives over in that area over there. Right. And so You get taken across one of these bridges and up to Wakonga's house, which is right up in this area.
Ah,
Ooh, fancy.
On this sort of elevated plateau within the city.
The bench.
It's
The
see.
bench. You
Real.
go ahead.
DM, could you describe what we see? Are we faced
Yeah, what
with
we looking
guards
at?
before we get in? Are we
I'm
like?
working
Are
on
there
it.
pretty flowers?
Are we expecting? Oh, you're working on. Okay, sorry.
I'm working on it. I'm
Okay, sorry.
setting up the map.
We have demands.
I can tell.
I
We
was
demand.
just trying to paint the
I
word
know.
picture.
No words, only pictures. Wait, no.
Wait, no.
I think the party at this point is kind of like walking normally down the street, and in the background, John is running around trying to find his hand, who's probably
Who's scurried
running
off somewhere,
around and yeah.
running amok.
Your hand is having a shopping episode while we're going straight to the objective.
Exactly. My hand's
Somebody
doing
with-
the 5-finger discount, and I'm.
Oh god, if we end up in jail because your hand is unruly.
You can't prove it's his hand.
No, I just have Rotithera stealing bat fur for me.
You funny.
So you approach the Merchant Prince's villa. It is a walled estate on an elevated precipice with beautifully plastered walls adorned with bright murals, patios and arcades festooned with fresh flowers, garden courtyards open to the sky, and enormous cisterns equipped with water wheels to power fountains, fans, and kinetic sculptures. As you approach, I have put you guys onto the map.
Oh, okay, I see
the
now.
map. You should be. It's at the bottom part of the map, so you'll scroll down in order to see your characters. But yeah, I'll just pull you guys. Oh, where? Why did you? Who moved?
I was just to see if I could move.
Jay.
And you moved like way off the map.
Why? I just moved myself like left or right.
I
I
was
see.
trying to select you at the same time, so I don't
Oh.
know what happened.
Okay, there you go.
'Cause I was trying to move you guys so that I could bring this guy out and say, the door opens, and a very buff, shirtless man, with like a sick pauldron over his shoulder, opens and says, "Who are you, and what do you want?"
You should put on a shirt. You're gonna get sunburned.
Not talking to you. Somebody else answer.
We're the Spellkites. We're here. Sindra Sylvain is expecting us.
Just a moment.
You can hear Yenben as this guy leaves. Yenben's muttering, "At the cisterns, waste of fucking water."
I mean, the water doesn't go away. It just goes into a different part. You, as you say that, you see like some servant person like grabbing a bucket and like carrying it up to pour it back in the top of the cistern, and then going back down and doing it again to keep the wheels turning.
If you think this is a waste of water, you should see my house.
I am both fearful and terrifyingly curious.
It's made of water. The door opens and the
Jonathan's
same
in house
guard.
make water.
The door opens and the guard steps through again and says, "All right, Spellkites, come on in. I'll take you to where Sindra Sylvain is staying." And so I'm just gonna drag you guys onto the other map. So don't move your tokens right now, please.
Okay.
Because apparently, if we try to move them at the same time, weird things happen.
Get sent into the void.
So, all right. So I'm dragging you up and to the right.
Okay.
So the kind of two map here.
Ah,
Can
yes.
everybody see?
We're in a long hallway.
Yes. And that flying snake is not there.
What flying snake? Snake?
Flying, exactly. What flying snake? It's gone. And so he takes you through, and you get taken into this little study where Cinder Sylvain is staying. And she's there with Wakongo Tamu as they talk about various business and investigations and feelers that they're putting out in the city. She says, Mordai, you have not seen her
Yes.
in a long time.
Yes.
She is covered in sores and bandages, and you can see that a lot of her old wounds have opened up. She has a burn on her face, and she is just bandaged head to toe and laying on the couch and not feeling well. She raises a shaky hand to you all and says, "Ah, yes, it's so good to see you. Welcome back. Mordai, John,
Hello.
and you two must be Yenben and Lila, correct?"
Yes.
That'd be right.
Interesting. So, welcome. I'm glad you made it back. What's the news?
Well, news seems to point towards Orlunga. We're not the only ones looking for it.
Oh. Okay.
Mordai, you won't fill her in?
Who else is looking for Orlunga?
Or Jay, do you want me to fill her in? Since
Yeah, I'm racking my brain. I was like, wait, what?
Artis Simber.
yeah.
I don't think I was there for that.
Oh,
Oh, maybe not. Maybe you weren't awake for
for the
it.
Frost Giant fight?
Frost?
The first one.
Yes, but I don't know anything about. I don't recall anything about.
Yenben would have dialed you in on the whole
Yeah.
thing. It pertains to you. Your life is in danger because of it. He's not going to keep these secrets. But that's okay. I'll do the exposition. You ever heard of a gentleman named Artis Simber?
Yes, I have. Oh, wait, sorry. Not talking to me.
I hope you remember.
I've heard that there are some individuals about the city looking for him. I've heard the name a few times, but I haven't. He's wanted. That's all I know.
Yeah, by more than a few people. There was a group of folks just outside town about day 2. They were looking for him. They were well armed. They were angry.
Interesting.
And then there were a couple of frost giants.
I'm sorry, what?
Frost giants, about 22, 25 feet tall, pale skin, big long beard.
Okay, your
violent-
arms are long. They're not that long. About, 22 feet tall.
he just kind of pointed way up there. He didn't,
No, I know.
Way the fuck up there.
Yeah. I've never heard of frost giants in Chult. That's preposterous.
Your sloop just drove past the ship called the Falspid.
The Hivelspid.
Hivelspid. No, you know what? I'm pretty sure Yenben mispronounces it. It's
Fair. I'm pretty sure we're all mispronouncing it. I don't know how to pronounce that. There's not enough vowels.
It seemed to be
Interesting.
giant-sized, using white dragon wings as sails, with a host of frost giants on her back.
That is not ideal. No.
Nope, sure ain't. Especially if we're going to Orlunga, where Artis Simber's going for, where the frost giants are looking for him.
How do you know that's where Artisimbra is headed?
Because we
He
talked
may
to
or-
him.
Yeah, he told us.
We traveled with him for about 3 days before we figured out exactly what kind of bullshit he's up to.
Mm-hmm.
Which is?
The kind that is not going to interfere with us solving our mission.
All right. There are many gears turning, I suppose.
But frost giants would certainly interfere with anybody getting between them and him, as they have
Mhm.
twice now.
Hmm.
Which reminds me, I'll start pulling out pelts.
Oh. Oh, goodness.
I was wondering if you can find someone to artifice up maybe a bag or two of Colden or some such.
Oh, my contacts aren't here, but Wukong?
Oh yes, hello, Merchant
Oh,
Prince Otamu.
Yes, I would definitely be able to. Merchant Prince Wukongo Otamu, a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am the Merchant Prince that regulates the trade of magical goods within the city.
Well,
So,
then you were
yes.
probably the person to talk to.
I definitely have an individual who would be capable of making the best of these.
And
It's so
you
nice
make
to
it a
meet you.
rush job.
How rushed?
He just points at Syndra.
Well, I think I'm willing to say that I would be able to put them. I'd be able to find somebody and get them to make something useful out of these in about a week.
Hmm.
Might be able to manage 5 days if we make it a rush order, but that would be expensive, to say the least.
I
Well,
think, Lila, what were you
Tell
going
you
to say?
what,
I've also been meaning to ask Syndra about her condition and the condition of others suffering as she is. We may not have a week to spare.
well, I'm confident that I have a week. I'm not sure, but every day more and more people die from this curse. I agree.
Hmm.
There's no time to waste, Wakanda. And he says, I'm aware of that, but the only two things certain in this world are death and taxes. And I have a business to run when death runs rampant or not. It's just business. But I am willing to say, I can, if you want, what do you want? You want a bag of colding from this? There's enough materials for 2.
Too,
So how are
but
you going to pay for the construction of it?
Well, how much is that construction going to cost us?
About as much as a bag of colding.
Even if we bring all the supplies.
Well, what I'm thinking is if you want a bag of colding, I could just take the other half of the materials as payment.
Hmm. And how much would it cost for 2? What? Give me a number of gold pieces. I'm curious here.
Bag of holding is an uncommon magic item, I believe.
Bag of holding is a common. I
Yeah.
think.
So if we base it off of that, I just
think.
need to double check. I just sent it to you guys last week.
But not
Where
what
did
bag of
that
holding is.
table go?
Bag of holding is uncommon. Bag of colding is not official 5e.
Yeah, I know.
That's fine.
I'm gonna price it the same as a bag of holding. I just need to know what the gold conversion table was that I sent you guys.
Oh, it is uncommon, and the conversion is
Because I sent that to you. I don't know where it went.
somewhere.
So that much, however much is in the Discord.
I believe that's 100 to 500.
No, that would be common.
Oh, okay.
101 to 500 gold is an uncommon item.
Okay, all right. So I would say it would, If you bring the materials for it, it would you could get 5. If you bringing the materials for it would reduce the cost by half.
Okay.
So if you wanted to, if you only had the materials for one, you brought the materials in, it would be 250 gold in labor per bag.
Right.
Or is there anyone whom we can make a trade from?
What do you mean?
The merchant prince know of anybody that has a bag of holding they would be able to trade for materials, maybe, and or gold.
I mean, if you want to just give me these in exchange for a regular bag of holding, I can get you a bag of holding for sure.
But not a bag of colding.
Not a bag of holding. No.
But a bag of holdings can hold more, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we want it to be cold?
I mean, the holding might be worth it if we just want to trade these in for a holding.
I think we should get more, because if colding keeps food fresh, there's plenty of dinosaurs out there. It wouldn't be hard to find something to eat.
And we can forage as we need, as we've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
if you guys just want to go,
if you're going into the jungle, you need a high-level cleric. They can just create food and water for you.
Yeah, that'd be great. You got
They can make enough food to feed 15 people. You could check out. Actually, Sindra, do you want to tell them about the temple? What happened at the temple the other day? Right. Yes. The temple of Savra. The temple of Savras. One of the fortune tellers was being harassed by some guard, or was being harassed based on a vision that he had. I think it might be relevant to our endeavor. I commissioned him to speak to his ancients, as he put it, and they got back to him. If you could go to the Temple of Savras and speak to Grandfather Sitembe. Grandfather Sitembe, he may have some helpful information for us.
How do I spell Sitembe?
Zitembe. Zitembe.
Okay, even I don't type that fast, dude.
Zitembe.
Yeah. Okay, I did get it. But the letters, too many signals in and out of brain. Could not make the fingers. I couldn't be certain.
Dance, fingers, dance.
Look, I typed fast, but that was a brand new word, and I didn't have the muscle memory down.
Don't worry about it. That's not so yes, okay. The temple of Savras. Savras is a deity of knowledge and secrets and divination. So they may have some useful information for us.
All right, that could be worth it. But back on track about we don't have a cleric currently, but this bag of holding issue.
So do you want to just give me all of that and I'll give you a bag of holding? I mean, that works for me.
I think that's good.
Since we did all this, and the materials for a bag of holding are going to be very rare around these parts.
Mm-hmm.
Can we do a bag of holding and a favor? Small favor.
That sounds wrong.
I deal in cold hard cash and specific stipulations. If you want to make an open-ended deal, talk to the Fae.
Yeah, we have. Bring our little dragon friend. Wonder how he's doing.
Is there
we cut to the fair dragon in the middle of Chult.
Oh yeah, we do. We know a Fae. Spike is frolicking through a field somewhere.
Yeah.
La 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 la. Being happy, living his best life.
He meets Chad.
They're skipping down a forest road somewhere, slashing down undead.
Yes.
smash cut back to us. Well, you're the one deals in magical artifices and whatnot. We are trying to do a very important mission right here.
I'm aware of your mission.
We're going to need a few more supplies to expedite that mission much as we can.
I'm going to stop you right there. If I gave you discount, if I gave everyone working on this death curse discounts, I would be giving everyone discounts. I exaggerate, but I would go out of business giving everyone working on this death curse discounts.
Are we out of character? Are we set on the canoe, or are we going to go with the sloop?
I don't know.
That's the out of character. I'm asking the party.
I think before that,
for those of you who don't know, this used to be our house rule for I'm speaking out of character. Don't use what I say against me. So I don't want to implement that here.
That's fair.
Just ask people in character. Just role play it.
Okay. Well, we were debating, and he kind of turns to everybody. We were going to go either down the river or across the ocean. Transport. That's something you can arrange?
To get to Orlunga?
Close as we can.
I think I can manage a canoe. Do you have a guide prepared?
No. But you see, I'm from Yell-Yark. I presume, we've talked about where Yell-Yark is on the map and everything, and it's from up in that area.
Doesn't mean Wakongo Otamu knows that.
That's fair.
Well, maybe it'd be simpler to say you're versed enough in the region to be our guide.
I'm from between the River Ocean Star and the Mistcliff Mountains. That is where I range.
Guide you would be. And I think we actually decided that you would have advantage on navigation checks just by default in that area, right?
In that specific band, yeah, that was kind of our this is your home turf and you're a ranger. So going up that river, if you can get us a canoe or something, we can probably go pretty quick.
I think I can throw that in.
That, or you get us a sloop, we make it bait for some pirates for the open bounty.
Own a sloop? A sloop is a much bigger...
Oh, you rent us a sloop.
Oh, no, I wouldn't be renting you a sloop. You'd have to talk to Zindar, the harbor master.
Oh,
that's out of my jurisdiction.
We're acquainted with Zindar.
Fair enough.
In fact, actually, I'm pretty sure that I don't think I could get you a canoe either. It's outside my jurisdiction. That's a different merchant prince.
Is he a merchant prince, that Zindar?
Zindar? No, he's not. He's the harbor master. He is the best harbor master we've ever had. But we keep trying to hire him help, and he keeps scaring them away.
Yeah,
I can see it.
That follows.
But things just keep working better without help anyway, so... But he works himself to the bone. It's too bad.
Well, these 2 furs for a bag of holding in a canoe, and you have yourself a deal. Sound good?
The furs, the teeth, the whole shebang, right?
Mm-hmm. For a bag of holding in a canoe.
I can't get you a...
Look, you're not allowed to buy canoes? All right, well...
No,
anyone else have an idea?
I can't... I can just give you... Fine, I'll give you 50 gold for a canoe.
That would be wonderful.
I just don't have... It just costs me the same amount to get you a canoe as it does anyone else.
Well, we saved you all the trouble of hiring people to go find frost giants and kill their pets. I'd say you came out on top.
Well... I still have trouble believing it. Where did you say you found this Hivelspeed? The ship?
That was just north of Kitcher's Inlet.
On our way back here.
Pretty much straight east of here.
Oh, just in that little, in a little. I guess he has no idea. I'm guessing you guys would point it out on the map,
Yeah.
probably on
Yeah,
Syndra's map.
that's what, like, you know what, there-ish.
Yenben moves Mordai's finger like an inch to the left.
Oh, yes, and that reminds me, everyone. Yenben, please hand me the map, Syndra Sylvain says, and she duplicates the map.
Oh, fantastic. Okay.
So if, for whatever reason, there's a TPK, you guys have a restore point for the map.
Hooray.
Right.
So, before we get too far, Merchant Prince of Magic Items.
Yes.
Would we go to you or one of your fellows? We poked around at an old dragon's grave and found some stuff. Do we just go to through you for some of the stuff we find, or do you have somebody for
I
that?
have merchants for that. I don't run most of the transactions myself. I happen to have a bag of holding here just a moment. And he goes in the other room and you hear a bunch of clanging as he dumps it out. Clang, 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 clang. Here, bag of holding.
Mace just kind of
There you
tumbles out of the door.
Yeah, exactly. Here, this is my personal bag of holding. I'll get another one. I know you're all in a hurry.
Excellent.
But yes. But sorry, what were you looking for? You were looking for something else?
Well, essentially, someone who can sell us gem, or we can sell our gems to, yes?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. There are merchants in the merchant ward that'll take care of you. The Grand Souk or any of those we'll just hand wave you guys going to and selling all of your stuff. You guys are in town now. You can convert all of the stuff you want to convert into gold right now.
Okay. 253 gold a person.
Even after we account for losing the Malachite ring?
Yes, I did the math. Wrong. I forgot the Malachite ring. The Giant's Malachite ring. We had other
Handy that.
rings. Yes. I forgot it when I did my
Cool.
math.
Good thing I wrote it down then.
Yeah. Good job.
And I'm going to pretend that you already paid the guide because I forgot about that and they walked away. So
I did not. I was just gonna once we sold everything, I was gonna be like, so do we find them and pay them? But we can hand wave purple smoke. You paid them.
Yeah.
I think after this, do we want to escort Banana Candy back to the racetrack?
Yeah, we'll do that afterwards. Yeah, I guess I only have one more question for Syndra. If anyone else wants to say anything, like, please jump in. No? Okay.
No, I was going to ask other questions, but some magical mushrooms answered them for me, so I'm good to go.
Well, actually, I do have one question for you, Syndra.
Yes.
Do you know anything about this? And I just pull off my hand.
ah!
Yes.
Fascinating. This is what is this? What
It's my hand.
tell me more. It's your hand.
Yes.
Why did you
it was
animate it? It
taken
looks like an
off
undead
by
hand.
Cannibals, and then came alive on its own. It
Marvel.
seems that I can sort of see through it, and maybe have a connection with it through my magic too.
Cannibals marked by blue triangles, I should add.
Interesting.
It's true.
And if I do recall correctly, didn't they? I'm sorry to bring it up, John, but didn't they nibble on some fingers as well?
Well, yes. Yes.
So
She just one at a time here. I still have some spells at my disposal. Give me your hand, please. And she takes Retithorus, holds it in her hand. Her eyes glow blue for a moment. And she says, This is the... Alright, so this is an undead creature. It is a familiar. It is... But it is different. It does not look like this was created from a spell or from anything to do with the environment in Chult. This was created because of you.
Yes.
Come here, John.
Okay, yes.
And she puts her hand on you, and she, her eyes glow blue once again. She says, Has anything happened to this? You've been very careful with this familiar, have you not?
Yes. I mean, I always keep it close by. I feed it, I walk it.
Hasn't been damaged?
Oh, well, it was bitten when it first came off. But apart from that, I don't think it's been
I need to...
injured yet.
I need to test something. Do you trust me?
Sure.
Stabs the hand.
On the hand that's still attached, I'd like to take a sample. Just a small amount. I'd just like to cut off a little, just the tip of a finger.
I suppose so. What is this for?
I have a theory. May I?
Go ahead.
She pulls out a knife and she just chops a little bit of her off of your finger.
Okay. Can I cast Healing Word on
Yes, you
John's
can.
hand?
Is the healing word shut up?
Kayate, my friend.
Oh,
No, I'm
that
kidding,
was
I'm kidding.
that was so painful.
It's a good thing you didn't get hit by those frost giants. God damn.
She sets it down on the table, and a dark purplish energy surrounds it. And it immediately looks like it decays a little bit and then stops. See, this is not conclusive. There's no muscle to animate. But I do believe that any part of you that is removed will be animated.
Good to know. Can I see that knife of yours? I'm just kidding.
I have several questions.
You're
Okay.
not alone in that regard.
Fucking
I
how?
also have several questions. Why?
How? Who? What?
Why?
Why? That's a good one.
I wish I had answers, but that is all I can tell. Also, that is an interesting cloak. Sindra Sylvain pointing at Yenben's white duster.
A friend gave it to me when the jungle took her.
I'm sorry to hear that. Point of correction, Barbara gave you that.
That's true.
Well,
Gave it to me when the jungle took him.
Yeah,
When-
the jungle took him. Wait, or did Kenna give...
How Kenna gave it to Barbara, and then when Barbara
Right.
died, he passed both of them to you.
Right.
So, then she says, may I take a? What do you mean when the jungle took them? What happened? How does that work?
More of those cannibals with triangles drawn on them.
Okay. And
They killed Barbara. He inherited the cloak from Kenna.
oh,
When a drop snake got her.
I hate those.
Yeah, they're pretty terrible.
But then where did she? So she was wearing it when she died, and Barbara looted the body. Is that
Not so much. It just kind of
Happened?
happened.
may I identify this as well?
And he long-limbedly shrugs out of the coat. We also have this wand.
So
It would
here's
be excellent
here's
if
the thing.
if someone could identify.
Yenben, you can't take it off.
Go to
It's
sleep.
a blessing. It's a boon. It's not.
Oh, it's not an interchangeable thing. Got it.
It's not. It's so, like it is. You are imbued with this blessing. This is how you've chosen to manifest the blessing.
Ah, got it.
Okay, so further questions. What happened? Does it change? Can he change it at will? Does it affect other activities? Like
It hasn't yet.
if
I mean,
like, does it get
is
wet
Lila
if it's
asking
rained
this?
on?
Is Lila asking this in character?
Well, now I am kind of curious. And Ben, does it get wet when you get rained on? Does it?
I mean, it's a coat. Rain gets heavy. You
I know,
have
but if-
smelled wet fur this entire journey.
Yeah, but that would assume that it went right through the coat.
I don't know. You ever wear silk? I never wear silk,
Well, no, not really.
let alone spider silk.
I am interested. Could you try concentrating on it and changing what it looks like?
Sure. And he'll turn it into like a vest, if he can.
And you do. It sort of, the silk sort of reforms and shifts into the shape of a vest.
We'll hot damn.
Okay, I would like to identify this now, please.
Changes back into a long coat and hands her the lower hem.
Her eyes glow blue again, and she says, "So this is two things. This is first the one being represented by this cloak, and the webbing is a modified version of mage armor. This is, and it has apparently been named Kenna's party armor."
Yeah, well. That's
And
where
then
it
she
came
relays
from.
to you the mechanical benefits of Kenna's party armor, which you already know. The other one somehow was named Barbara's Boulder Boon Cocoon.
Yeah, that sounds like something Barbara would name something.
It's a great name.
Yeah,
You know, that would make sense. When Barbara died, his parting words were for me to protect people. And I was surrounded.
you also
by
got wrapped
cocoon.
around in a boulder cocoon.
Yes, I was saying that.
Sorry.
Yenman has a
I'm
slow
helping.
cadence. And
I'm
when I
helping.
came out, I avoided death and brought in a little death of my own upon those that
Well.
killed Barbara.
The thing that I would also say is, in identifying these, it sounds like you have the ability to bestow them on someone else without having to die.
Yeah,
You can trade
would be
these
new.
with each other.
interesting.
I think it would take time, but with concentration over the course of, I don't know, a night's watch or a long rest, you could bestow one of these upon someone else.
That would be good. I think that those of us might need it. Mordai, are you writing everything down?
Just the magic stuff.
Okay.
I like the glowing eyes bit. Let's see if I can figure that out.
I noticed you were writing up here, so I had to.
Do you know the spell Identify?
Not yet.
Syndra also discloses that she would be willing to identify any spells or any... she'll identify anything you want for free.
The wand.
Wand of Fear.
Excellent.
Well, that sounds handy.
I'll have to get you the stats for it.
I can pull them up on D&D Beyond. It's not a big deal.
Anything else you guys would like identified?
No, I think that's...
I don't think we have anything else.
That's all the things, I think.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing else to discuss, thank you for letting us know about the Frost Giants. Please check in with Grandfather Zatembe at the Temple of Severus. And
Yeah.
I look forward to hearing from you again soon.
Excellent.
And I believe that sloop should stay in harbor for a while, but I would check with Zindar if you want to purchase their services again.
Excellent.
My coffers are starting to run low.
One last thing before we go. Do you happen to have like a spare charter of exploration from those Crimson guys?
Ooh. Good call.
Yes.
Do you have a spare one of those lying around? Because they were poking around at this and kind of got into a little
Right.
scuffle.
Do you
scuffle.
guys have an extra 50 gold? So here's the
Damn
other
it,
thing.
for the canoe.
I was researching the Charter of Exploration, and the fact is, if you get a Charter of Exploration, it costs 50 gold to get the Charter of Exploration, and then on top of that, they get half of the loot that you gain. So it's an ongoing price.
How do they know?
you guys
though?
want-
Is it magic?
You would have to claim it when you get back to town.
Well, but okay, so
You would have to deliver it to Fort Beluarian.
Oh, that's a whole thing. I thought it was just like a piece of paper that says, "Hey, don't kill us." But if it's that whole thing, then meh.
I'd rather avoid
Never mind
it.
then.
No.
You rest up, Syndra.
I think they're going to have
I mean,
to
you
avoid us more
could
than anything
always attempt tax fraud.
else. Worked for us so far.
Well, is it tax fraud if we're not in the tax bracket? Like we're
And
not.
they don't seem like actual tax collectors. They seem like extortionists.
Rebellion! He doesn't say out loud in front of a merchant prince.
Hmm.
Yeah, we should.
You
figure that
arrive,
out.
and the first thing anybody asks you is, "Are you an anarchist?"
Yeah.
If you say, "I don't know what an anarchist is," then you get thrown in prison.
Anyways, yeah, I think that's all I have for Syndra. Anyone else?
Well, does she have? Is there? Just. Well, I'd like to ask Cinder if she knows anything else about Orlunga that she can share with us.
Very good.
I don't really know a whole lot. I know that there is a guardian there. It is... Actually, I did hear something from one of the guides that seemed to know a fair amount.
1 second, be right back.
No, this is plot... Okay. This is important. This is plot relevant. What are the guides...
Something equally plot relevant. Sorry to interrupt, but something equally, but doesn't
Sure.
necessarily need. I could the place where my patron mentioned.
Mbala.
Yeah.
Umbala, yeah. Have you heard about Umbala? What kind of place that is?
Oh, Mbala was destroyed during the spell plague, or shortly after, perhaps.
So it was like a town?
Well, it's a ruin.
A ruin
That's
of...
about all I know about it.
Oh, fair enough.
Ruin of a city.
Okay, I got information that something's there, so I just want to figure out, if we're in the neighborhood to see if, before we go sticking our foot into things, I thought a dragon grave would be cool, but it was literally just like a cylinder hole in the ground. Doesn't seem very dragony to me, but hey, each their own, I suppose.
So, if you're looking for Orlunga, I was able to find out that a guide knows a fair amount about it. Her name is Eku. She's elderly, but she seems quite competent.
There you go. Welcome back.
Sorry about that.
But and so I think we're running pretty late there. If there's nothing else you guys want to do here, we can. Are you guys ready to leave the villa?
I think so. I think the next step would be delivering banana candy back, and then hand wave selling stuff, and then call her a session. Unless something happens as soon as we exit the villa.
So as soon as you exit the villa,
frost giants.
You guys left banana candy outside, I'm assuming, with, stuff and things.
Yeah.
And there is a couple of town guards who are standing next to banana candy and talking to one of the villa guards and they're discussing. And then as soon as you guys come out of the building, the villa guard just kind of goes like, and he points over at you guys.
John waves and starts heading towards him.
And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Fantastic.
Ooh.
It's not like banana candy has any of that paint left anyway. It got washed off in all that rain and running away from dinosaurs.
18 days of rain? Yeah, there's no paint on that dinosaur.
Oh no, you guys washed it off before you guys left. So.
Well, that's fine. It's fine. It's not like we stole it. They came with us willingly. It's fine. We are returning him home. Everything will be fine.
So thank you all for joining us tonight. I had fun. I hope you did too. If you haven't joined the Discord yet, link is down in the description, and we'll see you next time. Toodaloo!